Hello everybody and welcome to the next hobby challenge announcement. So, as many of you who watch my channel probably know, we have a hobby community called the PMP, and we do regular hobby challenges in the PMP. What is the PMP? Well, it's our Google Plus hobby community where we focus on working together to positively take the next step in your own hobby journey. And throughout the year, we do various hobby challenges. We just wrapped up the full-on painting competition we did, our first annual one. I thought it was amazingly successful. I loved seeing all the pieces. But, of course, in between there, we do just some fun challenges, and this is the next fun one. So I'm calling this one the Outside the Box Challenge, or the Outside Your Comfort Zone Challenge, whatever you want to think of. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little short challenge to get us all outside of our comfort zones where the magic happens. So, down in the description, you'll see the link for the PMP Google Plus community. If you're not a member and you want to join us in this challenge, feel free to click that link and request to join. We would love to have you on your personal hobby journey. But let's take a look at this challenge. All right. So, this challenge is called Getting Outside of Your Comfort Zone. And this is something that's important, I think, for all of us. I know I fall into this trap heavily. And what I want to do with this challenge is get people outside of what you normally paint. You know, I recently did a topic of the week where I asked what people's favorite models were to paint. And I think what's clear there is everyone has tastes. I know I do. I know there are certain things I don't like. People who watch my channel certainly know that as well. I'm not a fan of things like Space Marines. I'm not a fan of Nurgle. It disgusts me. It's gross and awful. And I hate it. But not doing those things, well, you know, then there's a certain set of skills, a certain aesthetic, a certain whatever, je sais quoi, that you don't that you don't ever develop. So this is going to try to get us out of our comfort zone. So what are we going to do for this hobby challenge? Over the next 2 months, everybody who would like to participate, and anybody in the PMP can participate, you're going to pick one unit. One unit. It can be any size, from a single model to a whole big bunch of troops. You know, 50 halberdiers or whatever. Okay? And every budgeteer is going to pick one unit. Of course, you're allowed to convert, obviously. And here's the trick. It has to be something you don't normally paint, like to paint, or that's part of any current forces you own. Now, I'm not going to, you know, this isn't a competition. These aren't hard rules. It's not like I'm looking over your shoulder being like, No, just come along on the journey and find something that maybe you haven't ever painted before. You know, maybe you stay away from models with a lot of flesh. Because you don't like blending, you know, doing complex flesh blends. Maybe like me, you don't like gross, disgusting, pussy, you know, models and that kind of stuff. The Nurgle things. Maybe you don't like the hyper clean, sharp, bright aesthetic of elves because you like to paint dirty. Whatever. Find something outside your comfort zone. One unit. Like I said, it could be a model, could be a monster, could be a whole bunch of troops. Doesn't really matter. And by the way, I don't care about game system here either. So whatever game system it happens to be, just something different than what you're doing. And paint that up, and the submission has to be uploaded to the PMP under the Hobby Challenge Final Submissions tab by midnight Eastern, 9/30/2017. Any submissions after this time will not be in the survey. So by midnight, I mean the end of the day, September 30th. So like I said, this challenge is all about fun. This isn't about a hardcore competition or something like that. This is simply about pushing yourself, doing something new and different, and trying to maybe work a muscle that's become a bit atrophied, okay, in a type or a style of painting or a set of models that you haven't touched for a while, okay? I'll repeat it again. All submissions need to be uploaded to the Hobby Challenge Final Submissions tab in the PMP by midnight, 9/30/2017. At the end of the day, September 30th, Eastern, midnight Eastern. Okay? And then, of course, what this is all about, all the challenges that aren't the competitions are you know, really all about your own progress, your own journey. And so I would encourage everybody to post their progress shots, under the Hobby Challenge tab or under progress, receive feedback from others, and most importantly, talk to other people who maybe do like that type of models. If you don't like the bright, clean, ultra sharp high elves, well, there are people in the PMP who do. So reach out to them. And I think this will be a wonderful chance for us to all sort of share knowledge, because I feel like it's easy. The person who always paints flesh knows a lot about it. And so you, the person who never paints a model with a ton of flesh, can post your progress and ask questions of them, and they can help you out to get the best result. And we can all learn and sort of, grow in some new ways in our hobby capabilities together. And I think that's really exciting. So collect those ideas. Everybody in the PMP is here to help. That's what we've based this community on, is on providing positive feedback and assistance to everybody. Okay? So, at the end of the September, once all the submissions are in after that midnight there at the beginning of October, I'll collect them all the final submissions into an album, and we'll have a little survey vote in the PMP for people's choice across a few categories. And if you've participated in the previous hobby challenges, you know how these go. There'll be things like best painted and most creative and all those sorts of things. So look forward to that. And then we'll announce the winners in a little award show. The only thing I ask is that we do limit this to one submission for the actual final submission. Though, of course, I'll tell you, my real hope here is that in reaching out, in addition to maybe working some, like I said, some muscles we haven't exercised for a while and pushing ourselves in a new hobby territory, I think it'll be awesome if some people get into models that maybe they weren't a fan of before or thought they weren't a fan of, but then through sharing the information and finding new techniques, they actually find something new to love. And maybe that inspires you to start a whole new force, which I think would be awesome. It's always cool, Sometimes just a quick aside for myself to talk about this. I never really liked doing vehicles very much. I didn't think it was interesting. I thought they were just little boxes and didn't have elements that I liked. But recently I've painted up a few vehicles for new 40K. I got into it. I started playing with it and pushing myself and experimenting and trying different things and watching new videos. And I'll tell you, I have been having a ton of fun with it. And it's just a completely different skill set and totally something new to explore on my own personal hobby journey. And that's my hope here, that some people, as we step outside of our comfort zone, that some magic happens and people find new miniatures or armies or whatever to love. So there we go. We're all going to take the leap. It's a little leap of faith into something new. So today, 8/1 through September 30th. It's only one unit. I want to make sure as many people participate as they can. We'll do a fun survey at the end. Remember, this isn't a hardcore competition. This is about fun and pushing ourselves and trying something new. And this, like I said, post your progress. Everything will be collected at the end in a survey. You have until midnight Eastern, September 30th. Hobby Challenge, final submission tab. Sorry, I keep banging on that because, it always comes up. So, there you go. That's the new challenge. I'm very excited for it. I hope you're very excited for it. I look forward to seeing all of the progress and what everybody comes to as we all take our next step together. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's certainly very much appreciated. I look forward to seeing what our brave budgeteers paint this time. And as always, we'll see you next time.